Never dispose of the pen, I'm at it again, we close to the end. The older I get, emphatic I am. They try to pretend, they try to be friend, wreak havoc instead. Look at the trends, can't comprehend my dramatic ascent. I'm heavenly sent, they try to condemn. Ladies and gentlemen, I am the man. Yeah, different vision but the same goes. Big collision off the main road, that's the beaten path where my brain goes. Felt the devil's wrath off my halo. Hella stones, no Thanos. Hella gold, no rainbow. This is hella genius in my brain lobes. Hella gross as far
I got hairy legs.
Bought me a net for these Benjamins though. You not a threat, you an enemy though. Broke me a sweat, killing enemies slow.
He's on fire!
All these feminine flows. Hardly upset, but you testing me though. All of these stats are depressingly low. Why your girl think I'm a specimen though? Drones in them perks.
He's heating up!
Though. There's no comparison. Black in America, little too arrogant. I just embarrass y'all niggas irrelevant. I shouldn't mention it. That's royal etiquette. Out of my element.
The more you hate me, the more you will learn.
Sending my sentiments, neck full of sediments. Cop me a Tesla and skirt through the valley. Drop the investment in Silicon Valley. All this cake, but I'm missing the patty. Might mess around and just move to Miami. Drums are so loud that they breaking the chassis. King of the grass like I'm Lionel Messi. I am not crass, but my mental is messy. Mud in my glass while my pencil is sketching. All these rappers, but no one impressed me. Most of them actors at labels is testing.
I fart in your general direction.
All right, fam, smash that like button. Let's get this party started. We got 15 seconds until some serious theft. Let's get this party fucking started. Here we go, fam. Hit that like button, share the video, drop some comments down below. What'd you smash today? Whoa, Normuth.
The sun is shining, the birds are chirping, the bacon is sizzling. Welcome to the Daily Swole.
Testing, 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 testicles. Welcome everyone to episode 18 hundo and Fwati Schwam of the Daily Mother Swole, the most muscular Swolecast, Beercast, Broadcast, Gamecast, Mancast, Pimpcast, Sleazecast, and Slaycast in the realm. Because when I flex, you flex, we all flex our biceps. What's going on, beaches, booshes, busters, hustlers, and your hoes? It's your boy, Papa Swolio, back with another episode. And today's episode, the Mancast, is sponsored, is powered, is brought to you by Everston K2 Flexin on all of you beaches.
It's the fucking Catalina wine mixer.
The fucking Catalina wine mixer.
All right, welcome to Theft Day. It is the day on which you delete, unfollow, unfriend, get rid of all the bullshit in your life. Tighten that circle up, ladies. Tighten that fucking circle up. You know what I'm talking about. Make sure you're keeping your circle tight, fam. So let's do this because we got a lot to cover. We got a lot of theft. We got a lot of shit to get into. Drop a comment down below. What have you done today to tighten up your circle? What have you done today to lock in your 7 fucking pillars? You know, pillar number 1, fam. Pillar number 1 is community. And if you don't have your copy of the 7 pillars, download your free copy over at swolenormousx.com. You could also join the Swole fam today because we got some big shit coming up. Let's talk about all the new releases, but you can learn more. You can check out the blog. You can check out membership options to the Swole fam. Links all in the description and the show notes down below. But of course, just go on over to swolenormousx.com. Make sure you grab your 7 pillars because it's time to take care of your community, tighten up your circle. Drop in the comments down below. What did you do to tighten your circle today? We got a couple announcements before we bust this nut open because I know that Tessie, I know you want to release her. I know you want to see Tessie. We'll get into that in just a second, Falcon. My fucking goodness. My God. Not tomorrow. Today's Friday. What we got here? The first thing we got to talk about.
What's in the box?
We got an accountability meeting on Monday, 12 noon Eastern time. So make sure that you mark your calendar. As always, every single week, we have a private live stream on Monday. We have new releases. We do amazing transformation and success stories. We answer private questions with the Swole fam live inside Swole TV. So don't miss out on that. Monday, May 24th, 12 noon Eastern time, Miyagi say. We also got some new clips. Fat is not the problem. Fat stigma is. their feelings are hurt. Oh, he's so sad. He's so sad. It's so sad. Come on, stop whining. Stop whining. Stop whining. I think actually, if you are fat, if you're obese, you should be doing some more protesting. You should be doing some more marching. It's good. It's good for you. Cardio is good for you. It's good. It's good to get moving, right? It's good to get moving. You know what I'm talking about, right?
I was kidding.
I'm not kidding.
I was only
No.
kidding.
I'm not kidding. I'm not kidding. I'm serious. Get some more exercise. It's good for you. Go move. Go. Shoo. And we also got another clip right here on the Daily Swole channel. So the previous one is on the Swolenormous channel. This one's on the Daily Swole channel right here where you're watching this bang in your ear holes. Is body shaming worse for fat people? What do you think, fam? What do you think? You could drop your thoughts in the comments. Do you think there's more shaming for being thin or there's more shaming for being fat? And I will tell you, there's actually a story after we get into the tip. I will tell you a little bit of a story, maybe the knowledge cog portion, but it's about Mama Swole because this is something that's been going on. And this is something that I've experienced my whole life, with training. And this is something that she experiences all the time. So I want to know, what's your experience? Do you get shame for being fit or for being thinner? And of course, we got balls deep for summer. That's the big announcement. That's the big thing we got to be excited about. So of course, we have an accountability meeting on Monday, this Monday. But the following Monday, which is Memorial Day, we have our special event, Balls Deep for Summer, Monday, May 31st, 12 noon Eastern Time. Mark your motherfucking calendar. We got some big time releases. It's going to be extra. It's like a fucking accountability meeting on steroids. It's going to be sweet. Maybe we should call it like an accountability meeting on ribeye, on a big fucking ribeye steak. So a week from this Monday, May 31st, 12 noon Eastern Time. Mark your calendarios. But now we got to bust this nut wide open. So answer those questions, drop some comments, drop some unicorns, drop some, what'd you smash today? What'd you delete? Who'd you unfollow? Are you getting thin shamed or fit shamed or fat shamed? Drop it all in the comments below. Let's bust this nut wide open. Yes, I know you're excited. Can you let the song play? It's disrespectful. God damn it. I know you like that, fam. I know you like that. I know Leo likes that, but I know you like it, fam. I know you like it with the little presentation. Got the little finger. Got the little finger jiggy. Leo, put the fucking alcohol down. Very exciting. Hashtag yes, I know, felt. We know. Hashtag Fef. Delete, unfollow, unfriend. Look at that matty hair. It seems like the Falcon and Tessie were kind of getting it on a little bit. Seems like they were.
Is this a list of things I did to your mom last night?
Seems like Tessie's a little roughed up a little bit. Anyway, hashtag Fef in the comments down below. We'll give away the Swole card at the end of today's episode. So that being said, let's get into the tip because we got to talk about exactly what I was mentioning before. Let's talk about that to start off the show today. Babe, just an inch. Mm-hmm. It's cold outside. So let's see. We're talking about fat shaming, that clip, and Tess Holiday. She's an anorexic and blah blah. She's recovering. Sure, a little bit of over recovery there, but Mama Swole was talking about today how she gets thin shamed and she gets comments on being thinner all the time. So apparently, recently, some overweight chick, obviously, some chick that is probably envious or jealous because she eats healthy and takes care of her fucking body and shit. She was saying, "Oh my God, you're looking really thin today. Are you okay?" And then apparently she lifted up her shirt, right? She lifted up her shirt for her stomach. She looks down. She goes, "No, it's just muscle." And then she put her shirt down and walked away. Fucking savage. Mama Swole is a fucking savage.
I like to caress rusty spoons.
Let's get some biceps and gorillas in the comments from Mama Swole. Yeah, fucking savage. Nope, just muscle. Fuck yourself. Seriously, people need to mind their own fucking business. If you're obese, you're literally, I mean, of course, this doesn't mean that if you are thinner, this doesn't mean that if you're thinner, you're automatically healthy. You could be an alcoholic. You can smoke 2 packs a day. You could have a lot of issues. But obviously, if you're obese, objectively, you're not healthy. If you're thin, it depends. If you're muscular, like health can come in many different ways. But if you're obese, you're obviously wearing your disease on your body. You're wearing it on you. You're wearing it on you. I don't know. I think it's ridiculous. I think there's equally, if not more, thin shaming, especially today, and fit shaming. I've always gotten fit shamed. I've always gotten shit for bringing my food. I've always gotten shit for prioritizing the gym. I've always gotten shit for, all the containers or weighing my food or whatever I was doing at the time. I always got shit for it. But I didn't care. I try hard sometimes to remember. I remember a couple instances, but it happens all the time. You just block it out and just do it. Take it like a joke. You take it like, yep, I know it's, I'm doing my thing, because I knew where it was coming from. I knew it was coming from people's self-esteem or low self-esteem, or, their feelings of vulnerability and their projection of, and their own want of love and acceptance for their laziness. Whereas I'm obviously leaving that pack. I'm obviously doing something else. I'm trying to improve myself, improve my health, and, take action and be proactive and put in that effort. And a lot of people get really offended and sensitive and threatened. They feel threatened by your actions. They feel threatened by your success. They feel threatened by your discipline. But seriously, they can go fuck themselves. They can go suck a huge fucking dick, like the biggest fucking dick possible. They can suck all of it.
Take a big
all of it. Cup the balls too. Don't forget that.
Fuck your own face.
Don't forget to fuck your own face, and don't forget to cup the balls. Let's see. Booger Bubble. Well, Papa, you wouldn't be with anyone who wasn't a straight up savage. Mama Swole absolutely fits the bill. Yeah, she's a fucking beast. She's a monster. She's a monster. That's right, Bao. People who work out often get called vain too. Yeah, sure. I mean, vanity. I guess you do look better. Why not? Being vain or feeling good about yourself or appreciating your aesthetics and being like, oh, that's an outcome. That's a result of your effort. You're going to look better and you're going to feel better about yourself. There's one thing about being a cocky asshole, and there's another thing about being self-confident. There's that fine line. You have to have some humility. Doesn't mean that you automatically, when you take care of your health, that it comes with a great personality. You still have to work on yourself as a person, but taking care of your health is always a win. It's always a win. Always a win. Matthew, I remember family members always telling my mom when I was a kid, you need to feed him more. He's going to blow away. Of course, most of them and their kids are diabetic. Jesus Christ. We'll take a couple comments. Yeah, we already have that. The Swole of Fame. Yeah, that's what we're probably going to call it. The Swole of Fame. Not the Swole, but the Swole of Fame. That was probably one of the ideas. The Wall of Fame that we're going to do. Probably going to call it the Swole of Fame. So I like it. I already kind of thought, I've already been down the rabbit hole. I've already been down the rabbit hole thinking of all the things. We'll get that set up in the near future. So for sure. We got some Swole fan posts. So again, drop a comment down below. Have you ever been thin shamed or fat shamed, or what kind of shame do you think is more prevalent? And what are you deleting? Did you delete? Did you unfollow? Did you unfriend? Did you tighten up your circle? Hashtag Fef in the comments down below. All right, let's get into the first question. Not the first question, the first comment, the first Swole fan post. Get some drum roll going.
What's in the box?
What's in the box, baby? All right, we got the first one from April. Let's get some applause. I wanted some applause there. There you go. All right, April writes, this pot may look kind of odd, but I'm super excited right now. We raise pigs, chickens, turkeys, and ducks every year for our freezer, and we're adding goats this year. A couple weeks ago, I smoked up one of our chickens, and yesterday I parted our last turkey out to smoke too. I was going to toss the carcass, but thought, dude, I have the room in the smoker, smoke the bones too, and make stock. So that's what I have right now, smoked chicken and turkey bone stock. So excited to try it. It smells amaze balls. I got a brand new crock pot of broth on the stove myself, and I think tomorrow it's going to be done. I'm really excited. And talk about knowing where your food comes from. I thought my guys were nutso for wanting to raise animals. I grew up in the actual city of Chicago, not suburbs, like blocks from downtown in the old Polish neighborhoods. I now live in Alaska on some land, but dude, once I figured out the homestead life, there is no going back. Our pigs have an acre to themselves with hills and trees to play in. They eat 25% grain and protein feed, 75% fresh fruits, veggies, and greens from the local food bank. That the local food bank can't use because it's too old or past a best by date. They are super compact for their size, they grow nice and steady, and are marbled beautifully. If it wasn't for the actual cost of raising a cow, I'd do one of those too, but for the beef we eat, it's cheaper for me to just buy grass-fed from our local specialty butcher. And our birds too. We have fox in the area, so they are put up at night, but from about 5 a.m. to 10 and 11 p.m., they are out roaming the yard as they please. We modeled out the homestead off the slogan from the farm we buy our piglets from. Quote, we raise our pigs so they only have to be bad. We raise our pigs so they only have one bad day into their life, and that's butcher day. I swear you can taste the love and care we put into raising them. That's an amazing post. I know it sounds savage at the end. That's a circle of life. I mean, look, when you think about that, people are going to be like, vegans or people that are ethically like, don't hurt the animals. They watch too many Disney movies and they're too disconnected from reality. It's true though. I mean, don't we hope the same thing for humans? Don't we hope the same thing? Don't we hope for humans to have an amazing life every day until their last day? Isn't that why we take care of our health? Think about that. We're not necessarily being slaughtered, but we're going to die. Don't you want to have healthy and amazing days as long as you can until the last day? Or do you want to be sick on medication in bed and feeling right? Don't you want to be healthy until the last day? It just makes sense. So it's a circle of life. We might not be eaten by other humans or a predator, but we're going to decay. Like that's where we're going to go. It's a circle of life, but it just makes sense. You want to have a healthy life or a good life as a human until your last day. And the same thing for the animals. It is what it is. Circle of life. All right. We got a post from Donovan. Hey fam, I've finally dropped below 200 pounds at 195 today. This is the fastest I have lost weight ever, including past diets I couldn't stick to and going to the gym without really knowing what to do while there. Since I started watching Papa on the YouTubes, I changed my lifestyle, eating healthy, nutrient-rich foods and challenging my body to go further and push harder recently by walking to and from work 10 miles total per day, which started getting easy, which made me get 60 pounds of ruck weights. And they came today. Walking home was rough, but I got home. Fuck average, no excuses, and hashtag consistency. Jesus Christ, 60 pounds? Easy, buddy. Easy. What's with the rucking stuff? What's with wanting to put like tons of weight on your back? Some people love that shit. You just want to like lug around 60 pounds. It's not easy, but it doesn't sound like fun to me. Everyone that goes rucking and shit, they just walk around with heavy ass weights. I don't know. Sounds like, I'm not judging. I mean, the military has to do it, but for a function. Some people do that for fun. It's good though. I mean, if you go hunting, if you do a lot of hiking and you carry a lot of stuff, you need to train for it. There's nothing wrong with it. Just be careful. Don't hurt your spine or something like that. Don't overdo it. I think that's the real advice. A lot of people think, 40 pounds, not that heavy. Well, it's not that heavy in the moment. I mean, if you have it distributed on a proper pack, but then if you're walking 10 miles, yeah, don't forget you have to come back. So if you're going to do it, start off slow, right? Start off light. Good for you. We got one from the Swole Fam Telegram. I love that. I love it. Swole Fam Telegram. Yeah. We got one from the Swole Fam Telegram. Telegram Emily. Emily writes, "Hey fam, I finally went to the doctor and got the sports physical therapy referral I needed. Gonna get my imbalances stronger and back into the fitness game."
He's heating up.
Atta girl. Good for you. Nip Dog from the Swole Fam Telegram. I found out today from visiting a few clients that I have inspired others to lose weight and take care of themselves. They are working on improving their health, their eating, and changing their bad habits to good. That's what's up, baby.
60% of the time,
that's what's
works
up.
Every time.
That doesn't make sense.
That's what's up. Good for you, Nip Dog. Good for you. You see how that spreads? I think that's the most powerful thing. I think that's one of the things that makes me the most excited is like seeing or hearing stories about your friends, your family, your coworkers, people that are actually changing their life and their health based on your actions. Like it spreads like wildfire, and it spreads to people that you don't really know. Think about this. You might be in the supermarket. You don't know this. You don't know this unless someone comes up and tells you. You might be in the supermarket or the store or the gym and inspire someone to be like, look at that guy. I wish I looked like him. You know what? I'm going to fucking make those changes now. I'm going to go sign up to that gym that I've been thinking about. Like most people think about their health. People are selfish and self-centered in the way that they're thinking. They're self-conscious, not in the good way. It's okay to focus on yourself and be selfish, taking care of your health and prioritizing yourself. But people are concerned about themselves and try to drag others down instead. But you might inspire someone else. You might walk through and be like, man, I wish I looked like her. You know what? I'm going to make those changes. You might actually just be inspiring people just by existing, or being in the supermarket and people see what you have in your cart and they see you. This happens all the time. It used to, I mean, I don't go to the store as much. I order my food and shit. And, you know, I don't go to the gym that I used to, which is right near a supermarket. And I used to go and, you know, make the trip. And I used to post all the time, you know, never go to the supermarket after leg day. You buy way more food than you really need. I used to buy so much more fruit because I was thirsty and exhausted. And then I would have to like eat it in large quantities so it wouldn't go bad. But I would get people asking me all the time, like, oh man, like, you know, look at what you're eating. Like, man, I wish I could eat like you. And I'm like, you can. So I would be in front of someone in line and I would have my grass-fed beef, or I'd have pastured eggs and, you know, all the stuff that we normally talk about, healthy food. I would have fruit, you know, real fucking food. And someone behind me would be overweight or hunched over, looking like, you know, the average person, have all this soda and cereal and crap. And they would kind of, or they'd have like, you know, some beer or just like, you know, garbage stuff, some, you know, salted cured meats or something, you know, butterball turkey and shit in their cart. And they would make comments like, hey man, you know, eating protein, like you're big. How long you been training for? But people make that association. They know, they get it. They see someone that looks good and eats healthy. It might inspire them. So you never know who you're going to inspire. You never know. You never know. All right, let's take, we can take a couple of questions, take a couple more comments, but if you have a question, you could drop it also in the comments down below. Hashtag Ask Papa Swole. Got a couple comments earlier. So you can keep on dropping some questions. If you have questions, comments, drop some comments on those topics. We do have a lot to talk about when it comes to FEF. Got a video to play. We got a bunch of stories. So we got a lot of stuff to do. Maybe or maybe not. We'll cover as much as we can, but I want to go balls deep as soon as possible. So we'll take a couple questions and we'll get into some good posts. Liv Campbell, a lot of my family is bigger and I get told to eat more, even though I eat lots and I'm fit. I just ignore because I love my body and routine and I'm very active. Yeah, fuck that shit. Yeah, you know, family, don't, you know, put more pressure on what family says more than necessary. This is a huge post, so it's going to cover the entire fucking screen, but it's all good. Brittany writes, I'm at work, wish I could stay on, but popping in to say you are an amazing inspiration that has helped me do a complete 180 with my mindset. I used to be 230 pounds and blamed everyone but myself. I suffered from numerous mental illnesses that I was diagnosed with and given a pill to numb the actual problem. The problem was me. I always made excuses, but since cutting the bullshit completely, I lost 90 pounds getting out of that mindset. I also have not had any negative thoughts associated with the disorders I was diagnosed with. Doing the elimination diet is the best thing that has ever happened to me. I feel fueled every day. It's not just training and nutrition, which I thought it was for years and constantly yo-yoing. It's the 7 pillars. I used to hate yoga and mobility, but now I do it every single day, which is crazy to me because I never thought I would be that kind of person. You have changed my life, and now I have fallen in love with mine. Holy shit. That is fucking awesome. I think you all know what that post is gonna... That post is it. That post is fucking it. That post is fucking it. That sounds like a Swole card right there. It sounds like Fuck 'em Friday. It sounds like Brittany tightened up her fucking circle. She's not taking any bullshit. That is amazing. All right. I'm saving that post. You could drop some biceps and grills in the comments down below, but that smells like a Swole card to me. That's fucking epic. That is amazing. That's an amazing post. I love the way you wrote that too. I love the end of that. I love the way you wrote that too. And it's not because, look, I'm not trying to fluff my own pillow. That's just a very inspiring post. That gets me amped up. You've changed my life and now I have fallen in love with mine. Man, that is exactly what we're talking about. That is exactly what we're talking about every day. If you take care of yourself, you love your life, you love your health, you have more time to enjoy things, and that's fucking awesome. That is fucking awesome. More gorillas. I'm excited. Oh my God. That's amazing. All right. Well, let's take some questions now. Hard to shift back into questions. That was some knowledge tits right there. That was knowledge nips. I mean, I can't say knowledge cock. I mean, you know, considering, but knowledge nips for sure. JP Jewel from the Tiki Talk Talk. Papa Swolio, if I want to lose my belly fat, should I focus more on cardio or can I still focus on weights? Well, GP, I appreciate it, but I'm going to give you a Matt Damon. I'm just going to give a Matt Damon there because I feel like hitting it. You need to focus on weights. Can I still focus on weights? You should be focusing primarily on weights. Primarily on weights and doing an elimination diet, figuring out which foods work best for you. Cardio can be like a little seasoning, like a little salt and a pepper. I don't use pepper, but you can use that as a little bit of a seasoning. It's not the most important thing. Make sure you're doing your weights, focusing on your nutrition, food quality, and yoga before you start worrying about cardio. Seriously, you can just do general walking, but I wouldn't worry about adding 20 minutes or half an hour or an hour of cardio before you have yoga in your schedule. It's much more valuable than just extra cardio, except for just walking. Walking is fantastic. And walking is dramatically underrated. Just walking. Everyone's trying to just fucking go for a walk. Think about this. Think about how much, and I'm not saying, 10,000 steps. It's irrelevant. Walking, going for a walk. People drive everywhere. No one really fucking walks anymore. It's so healthy. It's good for the mind. It's good for your health. Just walk. You don't have to fucking run 20 fucking miles. Walk. Walk. Nathan, Papa Swole, I've been struggling. Oh my God, I gotta adjust this a little bit. Been struggling with pull-ups. I struggled with at the beginning of the 90-day dash. Got better. Now I'm struggling again in Swole season. Any advice? Also, I've been disability shamed. Does that count? It does count. That sounds like someone being a fucking asshole, though. Fit shaming and fat shaming doesn't really strike the same chord. Disability shaming is, that's fucking bullshit.
That's fucking bullshit.
That's just someone being a twat. So fuck that person. You're awesome, dude. Fuck that guy or girl. I doubt it was a girl that was like making fun of you, but they exist. You struggle with at the beginning. You got better. I don't know why you'd be struggling again. Is it just the protocol? Is it like the sequence of like when you're doing pull-ups? Have you done negatives? Have you done negatives and isometrics? There's really nothing else to say but to focus more on that. It could be nutrition, strength-wise. What else have you changed perhaps? Because doing negatives, doing isometrics, that'll be the same things that you should be working on in terms of, building up the capacity to do more pull-ups. But if you said you got better and then now you're struggling again, I'm more curious as to what's going on with that. Like, why would you go backwards? And how much have you got? Like, can you not do a pull-up now? And you used to be able to do 5? Like, I wonder what the transition is. Everyday Debbie on YouTube, Papa Swolio. Hey, Papa. Hello. I want to add Bulgarian split squats, delicious, into my workouts, but I tend to lose my balance and have to hold on to something to do them. What can I do to help this? Just keep practicing. Do it next to a wall. That way you can have your hand on something. A lot of people I see doing Bulgarians, they hold one dumbbell in their hand. I always hold 2. I don't know why people would hold one dumbbell. Seems weird. They're like, hold one dumbbell on the inside of their thigh. I'm like, that's more imbalance. I don't understand why people do one dumbbell. I always hold 2, but that's just me. You'll get better with balance. Practice yoga. If you're not practicing yoga, that's an easy one. Crescent pose and those things in yoga will dramatically help you. So if you're not practicing yoga, there you go right there. But just do it next to a wall, tap the wall, just go slow. I would recommend going slow. What you probably do if you're losing balance, you go really fast, go really slow, drop the weight, do like a 4-second descent, 4 to 5, 6 seconds descent, and challenge yourself that way. Bulgarian split squats are excellent. All right, Greatest Nick, should you assist the vacuum by pressing into your stomach with your hands? No. Or should you just suck it in as much as you can? Yeah. Yeah, just activate your transverse abdominis. Don't have to push your stomach in. Let's see here. Christos, how do you read these questions and not get brain damaged? Trust me, it happens. It just takes time. Actually, why do you think I have Grandpa Joe helping me? You see what it did to him? You see what happened to old Grandpa Joe? He used to read the questions, and now look at him.
Come on, man.
I know. Well, you're on the back 9. You're on the back 2. You're literally you're heading back to the pro shop right now, JB. You see, so it does happen, but hopefully over time, I'll be able to handle it. Maybe by maybe by episode 10 or 20,000 or something, maybe it'll start weighing on me a little bit. We'll see. All right, Siobhan. Could shoulder mobility affect pull-ups, as I also struggle with pull-ups? Sure. I wouldn't blame it and be like, oh, it's my shoulder mobility. Most people struggle with pull-ups because you're pulling up your body weight. And women have a harder time because women, you have less muscle mass in your upper body. Most of where women store their body mass is in their lower body naturally. So it's more evenly distributed in men, and it's more bottom heavy in women. So and because women have less muscle mass and strength anyway than men naturally, it's just harder in general for women to, to get their first pull up. It's usually harder for women for that reason too. So it can definitely be a factor, but it's not like, hey, I can't do a pull up. It's got to be shoulder mobility. It's a factor of those things, but sure. Shua. Let's see, Debbie, on the Bulgarian split squats, I also in the past have gotten sharp pain in my coccyx resulting by not doing them. It resulted in my not doing them. Have you seen this before? A lot of people have pain for different reasons. I don't want to say it's good or bad. I mean, sharp pain, it can be. There's a lot of small muscles. I doubt, unless if you didn't feel like any radiating pain, it's not a nerve. It's probably just guessing. It's probably just a little muscle. You have a lot of little muscles that go all the way down the spine. So there's very tiny, tiny, tiny little muscles. So it could just be mobility. It could be because split squats put a lot of pressure on the pelvis if you don't have mobility, because you are flexing one hip and extending the other. And you're putting pressure around the hip joint in a different way, because when you put one leg back, you're stretching, you're putting pressure on those hip flexors and the rectus femoris in the front. And you're also, at the same time, your opposing hip is in flexion and, pulling and stretching the glute and putting that kind of like twisting pressure on the pelvis. So I would start practicing yoga and, mobilize and foam roll and do kind of stuff like that first, and then see how it progresses over time. So it's probably just a mobility thing, and there's just tension in your pelvis. So, I mean, are you practicing yoga? You didn't answer that. So if you're not practicing yoga, there you go. Start there. Start there. You must start there. Yes. All right, let's take one or two more questions. Let's see. Laurentian.ghost. Ghost. Would you consider digging a 6x3 hole by hand during a workday a workout? No, I would consider it digging a hole. I mean, is it physical activity? Sure. Is it calorie expenditure? Sure. Are certain muscles doing a lot of repetitions? Sure. Like, are you shoveling both directions? Are you shoveling with the same hand in front? Make sure you're switching hands, right? Left hand in front, right hand in front. Change it up a little bit. It's definitely not a workout. It's physical activity. So, I mean, think about it. Is that going to get you huge? Is that going to get you yoked? It's going to get you better at digging holes. So it's not a workout. It's just physical activity. And this is why, honestly, people that do physical labor jobs, this is my recommendation. Do not wait until after your workday. I know a lot of times physical labor jobs start at 6, 7 a.m. If you go to the gym, go at 4:30, go at 5. Because you're not going to feel like doing it after. I fucking wouldn't want to go to the gym after doing physical labor all day. But if you go to the gym first, you think, oh my God, I'm going to work out. I'm going to be so exhausted. My muscles are going to be so weak. It's the fucking opposite. You will have energy all fucking day. You will feel good. You'll have a sick pump going in. Sure, if you crush legs, it might be rough. Like if you know at work, you're going to be doing a ton of leg stuff. You might not want to crush legs on that day. Right. Or you take keep that in mind for whatever reason. It doesn't mean you have to murder yourself, but you can do a short focused workout that does concentrate attention on certain muscle groups to build muscle. Depends on what your goal is too. You're just saying, would I consider that a workout? I would consider it physical activity. It's not a workout per se. It's not concentrated. It's just, I don't know, a 6-foot-by-3 hole. I don't know. It's like, why does that matter? I wouldn't consider it a workout. I would consider it physical activity. I'm not saying it's easy. Yeah, is he burying a body? I don't know. Dawn, Papa Swole, when I was trying the bicep drag curls, my elbows hurt. Not like it was heavy, but sharp pains. Is it just aging? I couldn't tell you how you did it. I mean, drag curls actually should take all the pressure off. So you might be going too heavy. You might be curling your wrist. You're supposed to keep your wrist neutral. So I'm not sure why your elbows would hurt, because drag curls pretty much take the pressure off the elbows. It actually like completely puts the pressure all on the biceps. Remember, you are pulling your elbows back. You're dragging it up your body. I mean, it could be because you're holding, no, not the barbell. That's not what I was asking. Are you flexing your wrist? It could be the barbell. Some people use an easy curl bar. Some people, like if you don't have good mobility in your wrists or forearms, you might need to do some more forearm mobility and stuff. But if you don't have, grabbing a straight bar, not everyone likes that because it's straight. That's not natural for your body. You can do an easy curl, but make sure you're not curling your wrist when you're doing it. Your wrist should be completely neutral and not bending back or anything. So you could try a different, I mean, your elbows hurt like tendon or the bone, it really hurt in the back of the elbow. Because if it's your tendon, you might want to use like fat grips or something. It could be like a smaller bar. You can use a grip that's a little bit wider. You can put those like little fat grips over. They sell them on Amazon. You can put it over the bar. It might give you a little bit less tension. But in which case, you shouldn't be working around it. You should be using a flex bar. That's in my Amazon store in order to strengthen your extensors and stuff in order to mitigate medial and lateral epicondylitis and stuff. Anna, speaking of drag curls, am I supposed to feel that in my shoulders, front shoulders, as well as my biceps? No. I mean, you might feel it in the front of your shoulders. Hey, remember yesterday's masterclass? I forgot to mention it. Yesterday's masterclass available, priority access, and in the masterclass section for unlimited members. You can catch it in the priority access if you're a Swole fan member as well. We went live yesterday talking about the shoulder girdle and the shoulder joint. So the biceps do cross, onto the scapula. So you might feel the burn, but that's like the origin of the biceps tendon. So, I mean, you shouldn't be getting a pump, but the biceps do cross under there. It goes all the way up and under. So, I mean, if you're talking about that location. So. All right, let's take another question. Let's see what we got here. Keep some more questions. Keep it coming in. Theft sessions are usually a little bit longer because we got a lot of stuff to talk about. Youssef Fabdelaziz, number 4. All right. There's 3 other Youssef Fabdelaziz. There's 3 other Youssef Fabdelazizes. Nice. What do you do in days where you just feel like shit and not wanting or able to do anything? Well, there's a difference between not being able to do anything and not wanting to. Not wanting to, you can go fuck yourself. Who cares? No one cares if you feel like it or not. Either you do what you need to do or you don't. Able to, like, are you injured? Or are you locked inside? Are you a prisoner? Are you under house arrest, right? Is it COVID and you're worrying because you can't go to the gym, right? There's different factors. So being able to is a different story. Not wanting to is, who cares, right? Go anyway. All right, Lester Corridon. Lester Corridon. Papa Swolio, this is from the TikTok. Do you have any advice on what exercises not to avoid injuries? I have a shoulder injury and it's driving me up the wall. Stop climbing and driving up walls. That's probably where you're getting a lot of your injuries from. Like, obviously, you want to stop that because if you fall, you're just going to fucking hurt your shoulder again or something worse. So be careful about those walls. When it comes to a shoulder injury, I'm not a doctor or a therapist, technically, but I do have expertise in the shoulder areas. If you have a shoulder injury, make sure you refer to your physician. That being said, are you doing yoga? Are you practicing corrective exercise, working on your posterior rotator cuff and such like that? So doing dead hangs is fantastic for shoulders. Working on external rotation is fantastic. Doing floor cobras and prone presses, super light, or prone scaptions, and doing yoga, like I mentioned that already. All those different things are fantastic for your shoulders. Dead hangs are probably one of the most underrated things you could do. So it's not about what exercises to do to avoid injuries. It's about what you should be doing to prevent injury. And that's what most people don't understand. There's really no exercise that you shouldn't do. So I used to be really hardcore in the camp. This is really good information, so make sure you pay attention. I used to be in the camp of, okay, no behind the neck pull downs, right? Like all those things. Oh, it's terrible form, certain exercise. Oh, avoid these. There's really nothing that you should avoid. It depends on if your body is properly prepared to undertake that activity, because you can easily do an exercise like a squat with perfect form and put on too much weight and hurt yourself. The form would have been good, but the weight was too much. So you didn't execute that properly. You didn't progress properly to be able to handle that weight. If you've been doing behind the neck, and you see this all the time, you see like these old guys in the gym doing behind the neck pull downs, like, what the fuck? Oh, that looks like it hurts. But they've also been doing it for 70 fucking years. Their shoulder is more open. Those muscles and the joints have adapted over time. And if you do more overhead activities when you're younger, your joints will harden and solidify, so to speak, and they'll form a little bit more open. And if you're hunched over texting and playing video games all the time, like most kids today, they're going to have very closed shoulder joints when they fuse, and they're going to have a lot of issues getting that range of motion, and they're going to have a lot of issues with posture issues, postural distortions, and also injuries in their shoulder later on should they try to start opening that up after the bones have already formed and fused after they're growing. So there's really nothing that you can't do. It just depends on if you're properly progressed and trained in order to handle that stress or that movement. Certain ones may be higher risk than others for the average person, but you've always seen someone that does something weird and you're like, how are they not getting hurt? It's because they've actually progressed into doing that. You know, people say like, oh my God, don't your knees, like your knees are going over your toes. Yeah, all the fucking time. It's so natural. Your knees should be going over your toes. Like when I'm doing lunges, when I'm doing squats, when I'm doing, you see them in my videos, I do sissy squats all the time. I do tons of mobility for my knees. I'm folding back, I'm working. I do that on purpose. That's range of motion. That's full mobility. Like if you're prepared to do it and you train yourself and you build up, most people just don't progress things properly. They'll put on a 25, they'll put on a 45 and then 225. And it's like, holy shit, you just jumped up like 200%. You know, you have to ease into things, especially when you're progressing. People are very impatient. And this is where a lot of people in the gym fall short and, you know, fuck themselves up. It's because you're so used to things with instant gratification. When you change up a workout or you tweak something a little bit, what happens? People get impatient because they don't see results fast enough. So they try to push it too hard. They try to increase the weight too quickly. They try to progress it and do like a level 3 yoga class too quickly. Yeah, your body takes weeks and months to adapt. You have to do this over months. And most people just don't have the patience to think about that. They want it now. Well, you can't have it now, or you can get hurt and then it sets you back a lot further. So fuck that shit. You're not going to go into a sissy squat right now. You're bending back over I can't really explain it. Your knees travel forward. It's like a body weight leg extension. You got to look it up. It's in the instructional video library in X. You can look up sissy squat. It's in a lot of the content in X. All right, let's get into, shall we get into it? Hashtag Fef for a chance to win today's Swole card. Actually, I'll tell you what, fam. I've been drinking a lot of water. I have to make a little pee-pee. So let's do a little water break. Not a water break, like go to the bathroom, get some water, get some coffee. We'll take 2 minutes, 2 minutos. I'll play some music. Let's see if we can get and I'll play some song, all right? I'll play a song, and then we'll come back. So we'll be back in, let's say, a minute or two. Quick pee. So let's play some song. Let's do a little Ghost. Now let's do Gang Gang remix. Yeah, that should be good. All right, be right back. Everyone go get your coffee. It's time to get some fucking Fef time. Balls deep, bitches.
Yeah. I East Coast with that gang gang, West Coast with that gang gang, global with that gang gang. You know we don't play guys. Yeah. East Coast with that gang gang, West Coast with that gang gang, global with that gang gang. You know we don't play guys. East Coast with that gang gang, West Coast with that gang gang, global with that gang gang. You know we don't play guys. East Coast with that gang gang, West Coast with that gang gang, global with that gang gang. You know we don't play guys. I'm blessed. I never said I didn't struggle. I finesse. I never said I didn't hustle. These niggas talk so loud, the way I move is subtle. I'm the ocean, but these niggas just a puddle. Ay, oh, I swear I'm delusional. These niggas they using me. They want my energy. Ain't nothing new. This is usual. These figures confusing me. What's gotten into me? They say I'm using their cubicles. Clipping KD like some cuticles. None of this shit is excusable. Don't need a muse when I'm musical. Ay, whoa, I'm tired of saying for truth when nobody's doing it. Yeah, they're controlling the youth. Agenda abusing them. Nigga, we losing them. Matter of fact, we just abusing them. That's a fact. We try to roll with a ballad act. Fucking low key with a Tesseract. They throwing smoke when they got that. Get the fuck up out your little bubble. They wanna ask how much it costs, I said it double. Gorilla beer, these niggas only rockin' stubble. The realest nigga make these bitches start to stumble. Aye, East Coast with that gang gang, West Coast with that gang gang, global with that gang gang. You know we don't play guys, yeah. East Coast with that gang gang, West Coast with that gang gang, global with that gang gang. You know we don't play guys, yeah. East Coast with that gang gang, West Coast with that gang gang, global with that gang gang. You know we don't play guys, yeah. East Coast with that gang gang, West Coast with that gang gang, global with that gang gang. You know we don't play guys, yeah.
Oh yeah. KD. Oh KD. KD, motherfucker. Little KD, no. All right. Where was I? Oh yeah, that's right. Fucking shitpost. That's where we were.
Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo. That's deep.
All right, we got some shitpost today. I got hairy legs.
I got hairy legs.
Sounds familiar, don't it? Okie dokie. That's right. I'm a fucking man. All right, we got the first thing. We got a video to play. A lot of you have probably seen this or heard this in the news, super viral, but we got to watch it so we can shit all over it. But first, let's kind of have a little tip of the balls deep. Let's go balls deep, a little slappy, a little fap, but let's do a little drum roll. The first one.
What's in the box?
All right, amid the obesity epidemic, NBC op-ed calls for a, quote, a hot fat girl summer.
What's your name, fat body?
Quote, we survived. This is a whole article. We're not going to read the whole thing. We survived a global pandemic, and now you're worried about the size of your jeans? Let's just refuse to ever be ashamed of our bodies again, the subtitle declares. Okay, fatties, give me a break. Okay, you survived a pandemic. This was, I'm going to say it. This is the fucking easiest pandemic to ever survive. I know there's a lot of people that die. A lot of people die every fucking day. I'm not trying to be inconsiderate, but legit, this is like the easiest fucking pandemic we probably possibly could have had. Like, period. All right. And that's objective. That's objective truth right there. That's objective truth. I'm not discounting people that have had issues, but literally, all right, let's just set this straight. Let's just set this fucking straight. You do realize there is nothing, absolutely nothing. There's no reason that this could not have been a 50% mortality rate. There's nothing anywhere. There's no laws of nature that stated that this had to be something that was very light. This could have been a fucking plague, like 50%. This could have been half the people you knew died. I mean, honestly, I know there's a lot of like suffering, but there is every fucking day. We lucked out. This is literally one of the best pandemics we could have possibly fucking had. Because we had, not only that, we had social media, you have Amazon, you have all these places and things all these resources. Not everyone had it, had a good time of it. I'm not saying any of us did, but I mean, it's not, we're able to connect online. Whereas, 100 years ago, you'd be locked in your house and you wouldn't know until the newspaper got delivered, Anyway. Obesity is let's read a little bit of this. Obesity is an increasing problem in today's gluttonous culture, leading to a swath. That's a good word. Swath. Or health threats, including premature deaths. But a left-wing writer, figures, seems to see it differently, of course. Writing in NBC News on Sunday, Samhita Mukhopadhyay, former executive editor of Teen Vogue. Oh, Teen Vogue. Well, that makes sense. You know how shitty that fucking company is. And author of Outdated, Why Dating is Ruining Your Love Life, probably coming from someone who is single, claims women should have a hot fat girl summer. Note the parenthetical. Quote, we survived a global pandemic, and now you're worried about the size of your jeans? Let's just refuse to ever be ashamed of our bodies again, the subtitle declares. Quote, it's time to tip the scales in favor and have ourselves a hot fat girl summer. Why are we torturing ourselves and other people with the pre-pandemic pressure to lose weight? There is no scarcity right now of jokes, memes, and advice on how to lose the pandemic 15 or shame around pandemic weight gain. There should be. The author writes, quote, but pushing ourselves, that was a quote too, but pushing ourselves to get back to the life we had before, for better or worse, seems counterintuitive to the opportunity we have as we re-enter society. Why not take this moment to reset our barometers of self-love? Why not just reject the unfair external standards that have always kept us all, but especially women, in a cycle of self-hate, fighting to get or keep our weight down, cycling through juice cleanses and fad diets and overly aggressive exercise classes? Sounds like you're doing shit wrong and you're blaming everyone else for it. Nothing's going to go back to the way it was. Why does everyone think that things are going to go back? We haven't discovered time travel yet. So anyone that thinks, I hope it goes back to the way it was before. No, it's 2 years later. And there's a lot of experiences that have happened. Nothing's going to ever go back the way it was before, because that's not how time works. All right. That's not how reality works. Things move forward. You can live in the past if you want, but I don't know if you've noticed, but things are different this year than they were 2 years ago. Just saying. I mean, it's just different. It is. Obviously, this article is like criticizing it. This is an awfully misguided assessment and rejection of the linkage between physical health and mental health and corona transmission. As Tristan Justice pointed out in The Federalist several months ago, obesity puts people at greater risk of the vid-19 complications. The CDC warns that obesity could triple someone's risk of being hospitalized. Nearly 80% of those hospitalized from the vid were obese or overweight. Yeah, no fucking shit. No fucking shit, you don't say. All right. So that being said, all right, we got something to watch. Actually, let's do one more. Oh my God. Let's do one more post and then we'll get into the video. Right? What do you think, fam? More shit posts? You ready for more? It's Fef. It's Fef, baby.
What's in the box?
I agree. Booger Bubble. It's extremely pathetic and very sad to watch. Miss Raven, how the hell do we get to this point? That's a great point. Josh, I'll have a hot, swole summer.
Yow.
Jen, LMFAO sounds like my female cousins talking. Oh my God. Let's see. Zuzap. There's nothing lovable about dragging extra weight on me. Feeling sluggish, tired, and out of shape. Some shape is needed in any society. It's one of the ways in which we cooperate as humans. That's right. Be a valuable member to society. How can you be a valuable member if you're just overeating stuff in your face and sitting on the couch watching Netflix? Dawn, that is what happens when you destroy all of the things that represent our history. People forget and we repeat it even sooner. 1619 Project. Excuse me.
Come on, man.
Well, it's your fucking fault, JB. Maybe you want to fucking do something. Maybe you want to actually, I don't know, do something worthwhile. It's been like 5 months. Maybe you want to do something positive, not be a fucking moron. Okay, let's take one more post. One more post, yeah? One more post. Drum roll, yeah?
What's in the box?
All right, it's okay to eat what you are craving. Okay.
That's fucking bullshit.
Yeah, if you want to be like,
I didn't know they stacked shit that high.
if you want to be 1,000 fucking pounds, it's okay to eat where you are craving. Sure it is. Redefining wellness. We don't need to redefine it. You just need to actually approach it properly and execute. But instead of executing, you have to redefine. We're redefining everything. We're trying to redefine history. We're trying to memory hole everything. You can't memory hole fucking fundamental biology. You can't. You can't redefine like actual laws of nature. Public service announcement. It's okay to eat what you are craving. It's more than all right to choose the things that are satisfying. No guilt, shame, or explanation needed. If you feel you need permission to listen to your body today, let this be it. Let me give you some more advice. Don't listen to this dumb fucking cunt. All right? How about that shit? Oh, by the way, you're looking for some tips on how to get... Let's see. Let's read the bottom part. P.S. Looking for some tips on how to be a fat fuck and not feel guilty? Head on over to link in my bio to download my brainwashing... hypnotizing content redefining wellness ebook. Contains submissions from 150 morons and advocates on giving up the diet mentality and gaining weight and perpetuating your own preventable disease. Okay, that sounds really disappointing, but I don't know. That's what she wrote in her caption, so it is what it is. Just kidding, but that's a little bit more accurate. Just wanted to clarify and translate what that shit means. All right, so we got a video. And a lot of you have probably seen this. How many of you have seen the viral video going around comparing the U.S. military, commercial versus the Russian military commercial that was, I think, released in response or whatever? There's like a mashup that's going viral and a lot of people are covering it. It was on TikTok, it's on the news and all that stuff. Let's see a comparison. Let's just take a look at this together to see a comparison as to what is going on in our fucking culture and what you can expect from the next few years. So, yeah, this is really... I'll let you all be the judge of that.
Твоей новой жизни. Что ты знаешь о себе? На что ты способен? Вопросы могут остаться без ответов, но разве ты сможешь знать себя?
This is the Russian commercial,
своих возможностей. К черту границы. А без боя нет победы. Но на самом деле. Главный враг — это задача выследить врага, догнать его, превзойти, стать лучше, чем он.
It begins in California with a little girl raised by two moms. I also marched for equality.
I'll play it again. This is the American one.
It begins in California with a little girl raised by two moms.
No one cares.
I also marched for equality. I like to think I've been defending freedom from an early age. To marry my other mom. With such powerful role models, I finished high school at the top of my class. And after meeting with an Army recruiter, I found it. A way to prove my inner strength. I'm U.S. Army Corporal Emma Malone Lord, and I answered my calling.
Why are you looking off to the side like you're autistic or something? Holy fucking shit. That's the most embarrassing thing I've ever seen in my fucking life. Let me tell you a couple things, because we've talked about the military stuff recently. We talked about it recently, like lowering the standards. Look, I don't give a fuck if you have 3 fucking Smurfs as parents. I don't care if you have 2 mothers as parents. How does that make fucking sense? All right? 2 women can't fucking bang and make a baby. So you have 2. I don't care if your mom wants to eat pussy. I don't give a shit. Now, what does that have to do with you serving your duty in your country and executing the tasks that you need to under duress X, Y, and Z? What the fuck? This love, peace, and freedom, not in the fucking military. Where are the savages? Jesus Christ. Are we gonna send people? We could send people into battle with Nerf guns now because we don't want to hurt their, we don't want to hurt them or something physically nor emotionally. Oh my God. Oh my God. How ridiculous is that? Yeah, no one cares. Like the Russian one, remember it used to be like fucking army would be like, take a B in the Marines. And then the US Navy, remember last year or a few months ago, I don't know if they still did it. Remember the eagle or the bird in the logo of the US Navy had a mask on it? It's like, what the fuck are you doing? What the fuck are you doing? Now, I appreciate that chick wants to serve the country, but I don't give a fuck about your goddamn story. How many people have two mothers out there? How many? Seriously, how many people out there have 2 mothers? 5? 10? 10? Like how many have, and how many of those are joining the fucking military? Well, maybe if they're like, militant lesbians or something. How many? It's the same thing like the trans movement. It's like all this like uproar from people that aren't even trans and from BLM and all this fucking virtue signaling, right? Everyone's just this nonsense for what? Like 100 fucking people? The people that are actually trans, for example, are keeping their mouths shut and living their life. They don't need you fighting for them. They've been doing it for decades, and they're doing that for them, not to virtue signal on Twitter. So anyway, this is the kind of shit that we're up against. It's fucking ridiculous. Oh, stupid people. Stupid people. That's right. That's right. Combat soldiers aren't the only part of the military. That's true. That's true. And it doesn't even matter too. That's absolutely true. Not only combat soldiers. It matters equally as little. I don't care if you're working in an office. I don't give a fuck who your parents are. Right? Matters zero. Zero. That's the whole point. It doesn't matter if you have 3 dads, 2 mothers, if your mother's passed away, unfortunately. It doesn't fucking matter. Like, that's irrelevant. I know they're trying to connect with people. So people are like, oh my God, I could be in the military. But who is that ad targeting? Fucking no one. Who are they trying to, why? Who's going to see that and be like, I can't wait to join the military. I have 2 moms. Like, talk about a waste of a commercial. That's going to convert what, a person? The one person with 2 mothers that wants to join the military? It's ridiculous. Yeah. Ridiculous. Stupid. You don't have to agree with me. I just don't care. It's dumb. It's super dumb. And it's a national security risk. So sleep well at night knowing that you got the military protecting you. I want absolutely fucking savages. I want Bjorn and Ivar in the fucking military and Lagertha just like fucking slaying people. I want that protecting me. and my family and my country. Fucking virtue signaling, rainbow flags in the military and shit. Give me a break. Like, believe what you believe, fuck what you want to fuck, whatever it is, but get the job done. Get the job done. Whatever that job is, I don't care what your background or your story is. I don't care. You're an American, fucking do your job. Do it. Just my thoughts on the matter. Biatch.
What's in the box?
We got another one. We got a lot of shit. Oh my God. Connect them all. Fat phobia in our society. Yeah, and someone sent me that link. I haven't seen the CIA one. I've heard it. I've heard about the CIA one, but I haven't. I read about it, but I haven't seen it. I really don't want to after that. This is a 4x3 fat phobia bingo or something like that. Let's just start from the top left and let's go across like we're reading. So number one, or the first one in the corner, assuming fat people are lazy. So these are all things that show, quote unquote, that are supposed to show fat phobia in our society. All right. This is supposed to prove that fat phobia is in our society. Assuming fat people are lazy. I think that's a pretty good, right? What would you say? How accurate is that? Assuming fat people are lazy. I mean, how many fat people are extremely active and running around? Not a lot. It's kind of like the definition, but not all fat people are lazy, I guess, but they're definitely eating poorly and they have terrible habits. So just using this language doesn't change the fact that people that are fat have bad habits. It doesn't mean that they're not moving. Like, what do you define as lazy? That's a vague term. What do you define as lazy? They're definitely not going to the fucking gym every day. Like, what are you talking about? Anyway, so let's translate that into fat people have poor habits. Lazy is a relative term that has to be defined. Whatever. All right, next one, quote, wow, have you lost weight? You look so good. Maybe they do. You know why? Because when you lose weight and you have less extra fat, you look less morbid. You look healthier. You should look good. That's why you say you look good, because you do look good. Yeah. So wrong again. Fat phobia in our society, higher insurance premiums. Like, I'm just going to go down the road. These are so fucking easy. These are so easy. Let's just fucking debunk every single one. Higher insurance premiums. You should. You know why? Because the insurance company, here's how insurance works, you moron. They have to pay out. All right. They have to pay out if you go to the doctor. Like, you're paying for insurance. You're paying on the off chance that if you have something that you need to get covered, you have an emergency or whatever, that the insurance company, because you've been paying into this fund, essentially, that they are going to help you out. You're going to be able to call on them and be like, hey, I've been paying you $500 a month or whatever, $200 a month for 5 years. And oh shit, I have emergency surgery, and they cover it, or they cover part of it. You know, I'm not saying it's a good system or it's the best system, or we can't have better options, or some people don't have access. Yeah, we need to improve a lot of things in this country. As always, it's called improvement. It's called like responsibility for ourselves and our society. And we have to improve things, not burn it down to the ground. So rioters, take note. High insurance premiums, they're higher because you're a higher likelihood of fucking having a problem. If you're morbidly obese, you have high blood pressure and diabetes, yeah, you should have a higher insurance premium, because these companies are gonna have to pay out like tomorrow on your sick ass. All right, The Biggest Loser TV show. It's not fat phobia. It's literally morbidly obese people losing weight. It's a good thing. Do they always do it properly? No, I don't think so. Do the exercise protocols always, are they good or safe? No, I don't think so. We've made tons of content, there's on that shit. So that's not fat phobia. That's just kind of like a little bit of like a circus show around people needing to lose fucking weight. Fundamentally, it's a good concept. Commercials assuming we want to lose weight. You know why? Because most people do. Most people don't feel good when they're overweight. They just don't know how to do it. They don't realize that everything in their environment is poisoning them. So they're going to blame the commercials. Oh my God, assuming we want to lose weight. How many people want to lose body fat? Most people, even people that are in good shape, that want to get leaner. Why? Because it looks good. It looks good to see your muscles, and you fucking like that. You feel strong. You feel better when you're not carrying around extra humans. Fat phobia in our society, scared of weight gain. That's okay. That's just like a fucking phrase. No, scared of weight gain? Who? Shut up. You're not fat. You're beautiful. How's that fat phobia? That sounds like fat embracing. Beautiful is subjective. Next one, underrepresentation of fat bodies in the media. Underrepresentation of fat bodies in the media. I'm sorry, underrepresentation? There's far too much representation and exacerbation of obesity in the media. You're just fucking plain wrong. It's disgusting. Fat phobia in our society. Judging those in fat bodies. Why not? Humans are designed to judge. We've evolutionarily adapted and over hundreds and thousands of years, millions of years, to judge situations, judge people, character, personality, all these things. Judging those, I can make a judgment. Someone that's in a fat body. No, you're talking about a fat person. No one's in a fat body. You are fat. You are fat. You have a lot of extra body fat. You're a fat person. Judging, I can do whatever the fuck I want. It's not fat phobia. It's like, hey, that person probably doesn't take good care of their health. How can I tell? Well, they're wider than they are tall. Next one, making fun of fat people. Yeah, you're kind of an asshole for it. I only make fun of fat people when the fat person is being a fucking idiot and trying to justify being fat and lying to their followers. But I'm not going to just make fun of a person that's trying to get healthy. We have a lot of members inside Swole Fam that are crushing it. I don't care if you're obese as long as you are making those moves and taking those steps to get healthier. I don't hate fat people. I don't hate them as individuals. I hate the delusion, and I hate the lies and the deceit and the victimhood mentality and the blaming of everyone else but themselves, and this perpetuation of this belief or this mindset that it's healthy. It's a fucking lie. Next one, doctors assuming fat people are unhealthy. What the fuck? What the fuck are you talking about? Jesus Christ.
What the fuck is that?
I'm sorry. Doctors assuming fat people are unhealthy? They are unhealthy. Why? It's sitting on that butcher sheet, on that butcher paper. It's sitting on your fucking table or whatever the hell you sit on. That weird, leathery, I don't know, that fucking weird, leathery coffin thing you sit on with drawers and weird shit on it. That's not an assumption. That's like, oh, you're fat. Who looks at a fat person like, man, look at that person, looks so healthy? No one. Maybe fat people look jolly, but they don't look healthy. Jolly is not healthy. Fat phobia in our society, quote, I feel so fat. Yeah, you feel bloated, probably because you are. You probably ate a whole bowl of pasta and you feel bloated because you ate garbage food. If you eat better, you're not going to feel bloated. You're going to feel full. You're not going to feel fat. How many of you eat a big ribeye steak and you're like, oh, I feel so fat? No, you feel full. I never feel fat. I feel full. It's because you're eating garbage food that's making you bloated. That gives you an uncomfortable feeling. That's why you feel fat, because you're eating shit food and it makes you feel like crap. If you have chronic inflammation and your joints hurt and you feel bloating in your stomach, yeah, you'll feel fat too. Jesus Christ. Oh my God. There's a fucking paragraph. There's an essay here, fam. There's an essay. From Holistic Health. Yeah, eating the whole pizza. We are taught from an early age to fear fatness, make judgments about those in larger bodies. Nope. Shut up. Stop saying you're in a larger body. You're a fat person. You're in larger clothes. Oh, that was fucking epic.
He's on fire!
Wow.
Come on, man.
Oh, shut up.
How dare you?
No, that was fire. That was fucking fire. That was epic. All right. We are taught from an early age to fear fatness, make judgments about those in larger bodies, and do everything we can to shrink ourselves and prevent weight gain. Not only is fat phobia and weight stigma extremely harmful to those in larger bodies, but this fear of fatness contributes to years and decades of disordered eating and body hatred. We are also seeing an increase in the damaging effects of fat phobia on kids as well. Nowhere close to the damaging effects of obesity in kids. Let's not talk about that. Let's not talk about the actual obesity in kids. Let's talk about the fear of fat in kids. Fuck you. You see how evil this stuff is? 81% of 10-year-old children are afraid of being fat. What the fuck? Where are you getting this from? What are you talking about? Good. That's great. 81%. It should be 100%. It should be 100% are afraid of being fat. It should be 100%. 46% of 9 to 11-year-olds are dieting. Well, that's the parents' fault. You wouldn't have to go on a diet and they're probably doing it wrong. You don't have to go on a diet. You need to improve your diet. You eat healthy foods, and that's not going to be an issue. 35 to 57% of adolescent girls. What kind of a percentage range is that? Oh, well, 20 to 100% are engaging in crash site. 35 to 57. That's a massive. If you know anything about statistics, that's a retardedly large range. Of adolescent girls engage in crash dieting, fasting, self-induced vomiting, diet pills, or laxatives. Yeah, take their cell phones away. Get them off social media. That's what's fucking up your adolescent girls. Terrible parenting. So what can we do to combat fat phobia and the strong presence of diet culture in our society? Here are just a few of the ideas I had. Oh, do tell. Number 1, continue to explore and publish studies on HAES, which is health at every size. Encourage body acceptance. Not from the way you're talking about. I think you should love your body and take care of your body. Not, hey, justify myself being fat just because I exist. Matt Damon. Number 3, make both of these part of the health education curriculum. Holy shit. Please no. They'll go right hand in hand with the 1619 project in critical race theory. Perfect. Let's just add that shit right in there. Number 4, increase body diversity in the media. Matt Damon. What does that mean? Get morbidly obese people to be weather women and shit like that? Fucking cares. Take care of your health. Number 5, decide to no longer participate in negative body talk and diet talk with our friends and family. Sure, ignore it. It'll just go away, won't it? Matt Damon. You know, if you ignore the problem, it just goes away. Didn't you know that? Didn't you know that? Everything just fixes itself if you just ignore it. I'm not an expert on this topic. You don't say. You don't fucking say. But I'm trying to learn more. Wow, not really. I'd love to hear your thoughts and ideas as well. Well, there you go. Let's see how that works out. Matt Damon for one more. One more for the road. My God. Okay, let's see here. Oh, we got some news here, fam. Got some good news. Hey there, Mushliam. Got some good news for you, fam. I got some good news for you, fam, Wise Game G. Let's read this new study. All right, let's get this fucking party started. We got some theft today, but we're not done yet. We're not fucking done yet. You ready for this? We got some more shit posting. Come on, fam. It's theft, baby.
What's in the box?
All right. So those of you that are trying to find a mate, those of you that are trying to meet someone and, have some fun, have some good times on a Friday night, we got some good news for you. Boosts and roses and super likes. Dating apps like Tinder and OkCupid promise vaccinated users more matches as an incentive to get the jab. What in the actual...
What the fuck is that?
So I know that they were providing the ability for you to say whether or not you got vaccinated, but you are going to give people more matches to incentivize them to get the vaccine. What the fuck is going on? Is anyone else losing their fucking mind over this brainwashing, gaslighting bullshit? Is anyone else fucking pissed off? I'm so tired of this shit. I am so beyond this crap. What the fuck? Why are you shoving this down people's throats? Why are you shoving this fucking experimental shit down people's throats? Let whoever wants to get it. Guess what? Then they are protected. Then they shouldn't give a fuck what anyone else does. But you can still get the disease. Then it's not really that effective, is it? But you don't know how vaccines work. You don't know how this works either because it's brand fucking new. So shut your mouth. People think that a vaccine's a vaccine. It's not. It's not. Each one's different. Every drug that comes out has to get tested. Oh, except for these, because they got approved for emergency use. You know why? Because there wasn't any other viable alternatives and they can make a profit. And drugs out there like ivermectin that actually have been shown to be extremely effective weren't tested on purpose in order for these new drugs to be able to claim or to be approved for emergency use. That's literally what has been happening. Other testing for other existing safe drugs have not been done because if the tests were done, then there would be technically a viable alternative and you couldn't get emergency use authorization. And the reason why they weren't tested is because guess what? Those drugs are off patent, so these companies can't make billions of dollars. That's a fact. Those are facts. Okay? That's literally what Brett Weinstein and Heather Hine were talking about in their last week's episode of the Dark Horse podcast. Go check it out. We've been talking about that for a while. There are viable alternatives that are safe, proven safe for decades, that are being used in third world countries, that are available everywhere, producible everywhere. Okay? There's a reason why those tests weren't done. They're off patent, and if there was a viable alternative, then you can't get approval for emergency use because there's other options. That's one of the parameters to get approved for emergency use by the FDA is there has to be no other alternative. You're getting fucked. You're taking an experimental drug to make billionaires more fucking money. Anyway, that being fucking said, I'm not even heating up. I'm fucking on fire.
He's on fire!
I'm just raining fucking bombs for this. You like that shit? Fucking evil. It's evil. Let's read this goddamn shit nonsense. Match group dating apps are letting users share their vaccination status. Fuck you. Tinder, OkCupid, and other apps will let users add badges to profiles. Wow. I got something else to say about this in a second. These badges indicate you have received at least one COVID jab. Yeah, I got to prove I got my COVID jab before I jab you with this knowledge cock. You about to get jabbed. You have to prove you got jabbed before you jab someone else on the Tinders. The campaign will also will give vaccinated users free premium features, bribery. Oh my God, this is so fucked up. This is so fucked up. The plan is aimed at helping the White House meet its July 4th vaccine goal. Why is it July 4th? Oh, because it's America Day. Now you're going to pretend to be pro-America, JB? Fucking commie. Oh my God, this administration is so extreme. This goal aims to have 70% of Americans get at least one COVID shot. Yo. Aimed at helping look, you don't need to help the White House. They can't run this fucking country properly. That's evident. In just a couple months, they've run this shit into the fucking ground. Everyone's rethinking that November vote, huh? Everyone's rethinking their choices. We tried to tell you. It's not just about the person in fucking office. It's about the trickle-down effect of everything and the geopolitical consequences. People are fucking idiots. Most people are misinformed and or stupid. Yeah, it's not. That's another thing. It's not a HIPAA violation. It's not a HIPAA violation. Someone said it's not a HIPAA violation. If you go into a store and they ask you, "Hey, we're only allowing vaccinated people in here. Are you vaccinated?" That's apparently not a. I read an article about that. Apparently, it's not a HIPAA violation if you are asked by a company. I don't see how it's not, but I mean, I'd be like, no, I'm not going to tell you. I guess they can say you can leave our store. I'm just like, literally, this is only helping Amazon and these big companies because I just order stuff. I don't necessarily like helping those large companies, but I'm also not going to go driving around Florida, like trying to look for the products I want to purchase and go and take time. It's too easy. It saves me way too much time. And my time is too valuable to go to a store and purchase something and look around and drive and take half an hour one direction, half an hour back, sit in traffic, maybe 2 hours. No, I can do a whole fucking workout. I could do a podcast. I can do a bunch of videos. I could be way too much. I could be far too productive to waste my time like that. Amazon's just such a good service. It's like, well, then make a better one. It's just so good. When a service is so good, that's why there's such, universal and adoption. It's such a good, whatever, or just lie. But I guess they would be like, oh, show us your vaccine card. I'm like, I don't carry this around. Show us your papers. Where are your papers? You cannot pass unless you have your papers. Yeah. You must have your papers. Bring them everywhere. That way we can verify if you've gotten the vaccine, yeah? Sound familiar? Show us your papers. Let's see what we got here. Hinge? What's Hinge? Jesus Christ. Super swipes? Those who say they have received a COVID-19 vaccination can add a badge to their profile that says I'm vaccinated. Is this the new verification? I'm vaccinated? Yo, fuck that. Do not add that badge. Don't be a virtue signaling twat. Please. Then get access to premium content such as Boost and Super Swipes. Super Swipes. Super Swab. The apps are adding filters to show only vaccinated matches, as well as promotions and links to vaccine.gov to help individuals find vaccine locations. This is so fucked up. So are those check marks showing that you're vaccinated? Oh my God. Oh my God, this is so disgusting. I didn't see this yet. Look at these tabs here. Vaccines save lives. Prove it. I'm vaccinated. I don't give a shit. Vaccinated, you fucking beta. How beta do you have to be to put I'm vaccinated in my fucking Tinder profile? Fucking soy boy. Unvaccinated. How about like I'll stick it in anything.com. The campaigns will launch in June and run until July 4th. The plan announced Friday. Blah, blah, blah. Human connection is so vital for healthy lives. It's why I'm so committed to this business. We are honored to work with the White House on increasing vaccinations across America, which will allow people to once again meet in person and engage in meaningful ways. This will make dating safer for everyone everywhere. Bullshit. People can handle their own stuff. Look at this fucking gaslighting. Let's get vaccinated. Profile stickers. Jesus Christ, this is sickening. That's sickening shit. Oh, God, it's fucking gross. All right, let's look at one more. Let's wash that shit out of our brains. My God. Why don't people post pics when they get the HPV vaccine or chickenpox? Should we do that? I've been vaccinated, or like I've had chickenpox, or yeah, polio vaccinated. Should we just share like our smallpox vaccines? I've been vaccinated for smallpox. Fuck yeah. Smallpox, baby. SP. Yeah, let's bring back the pox. Not literally. Let's not bring back like literal smallpox, but let's bring back like, why aren't we smallpox proud? Is anyone else here proud to be vaccinated for smallpox? You do realize that you are protected against like one of the most deadly viruses in like human history. Oh shit, tetanus in the fucking house. Smallpox. Ain't no smallpox. Smallpox not welcome. You must be vaccinated for smallpox to come within my space. Let's take one more fucking post just because I got it here. All right, buying new pants is much cheaper than buying a diet. What?
Matt Damon.
And pants don't change. I'm sorry. And pants don't cause mood changes, feelings of failure, and body dissatisfaction. What? So buying a diet? How do you buy a diet? You mean buying food? What are you talking about? How do you buy a diet? So a diet causes mood changes for the better, a healthy diet, feelings of failure if you do shit wrong, and body dissatisfaction if you're eating your feelings. What are you talking about? How do you buy a diet? This sounds stupid. Oh my God, this person's fucking idiot. Should we read this? We'll read one more. All right, we'll read it. I'm outraged. Yes, once again. Oh, you see it right here, laughing. Haha, I'm outraged once again. Ha ha ha. Yeah, you're outraged. You need attention. This person's desperate for love and attention. Hey, look at me. I'm a victim. Hey, look at me. I'm oppressed. Diet companies see gains as Americans try to drop pandemic pounds from the New York Times. The woke rag, the New York Times. The article features a woman who finally ventured out of her quarantine cocoon and discovers her pants don't fit. Her quarantine cocoon? Oh my God. Where's my stack shit?
I didn't know they stacked shit that high.
And her pants don't fit. The article goes on to say the Noom has been downloaded 4 million times this past year. Weight Watchers has seen a 16% increase in Brace Yourself. Optavia's prepackaged diet food is backordered. Well, those are 3 terrible decisions. So if you're one of those people that are buying those fucking things, yeah, you're fucking up to start. Again, if you buy a car without an engine, it's not going to start. It's not going to go very far. One dieter responded that she is on her 3rd diet try. Case in point, you've failed because you're doing shit wrong. You're going to keep on failing until you do it right and actually approach nutrition with food quality in mind. Quote, I had tried intermittent fasting and I couldn't stop thinking. And I couldn't stop thinking about food because I couldn't have it. And I tried keto, but I couldn't stop thinking about carbs. Yes, this is why diets don't work. Most people do keto wrong. You don't just drop all the carbs and eat shit. You have to eat quality foods and really stick to it. Intermittent fasting is totally fine. You couldn't stop thinking about food because you're fundamentally not getting enough nutrients. You're eating shit quality food, so eating less of it is going to make you even more hungry. It's very obvious. Please listen to the research. Diets don't work. They do. Proper eating does work. Weight is regained, self-esteem and money is lost. If you do shit wrong, just because you've been failing doesn't mean other people aren't succeeding. You're just not doing it right. If you want to feel better, look at changing your habits. So you have the answer. It's just cognitive dissonance to ignore the actual reality that you are fucking up your own health. And it's your responsibility and it's your failure. Oh, I'm so sorry. You lost the game. No 8th place trophy this time, Bish. Look at changing your habits, boost your self-care. I'm sorry. How is this person that stupid? Say affirmations, move for fun, meditate, work on body acceptance. Well, forget the body acceptance part. That should be respecting your body. Move, meditate, say affirmations like positive self-talk, boost your self-care, and changing your habits. You're not going to be fat if you're doing that properly. If you're deluding yourself and just pretending to do it, yeah, you're still going to have problems. Just because diet culture and its multi-million-dollar marketing efforts are coming for us, it doesn't mean we have to believe the lies. Fast food's coming for you. That's your problem. You have your drugs on every corner. It doesn't mean we need to hate our bodies because they tell us they are not good enough. Oh, you're fucking such a sensitive little snowflake. Let's take the energy we have and fight the $74 billion industry. Why don't you stop fighting gravity so much? Give the earth a break just for a moment. It's pretty tired of pulling your fat ass into the ground. Let's take our money and buy clothing that fits and helps us feel empowered, not imprisoned. Yeah, okay. All right, fam, burlap sacks are on sale. Haha.
Yow. Yow.
Oh my God. All right. Anyway, look, if you're obese, take proper steps, do an elimination diet, focus on food quality. Don't be one of these fat people that just wants to give up, change everyone else's words and changes changes society and tries to, thinks that the world revolves around them. Just because you're as big as the sun doesn't mean the world revolves around you. I'm on fucking fire. I'm just being extra.
Boom shakalaka!
Papa Swolio's extra today. I'm fucking extra. All right, fam, let's give away this fucking Swole card. I think you know the deal. Today's Swole card is sponsored and powered by, of course, Everson K2 Flex on your beaches. Today's Swole card, the comment of the fucking day. It was just awesome. Brittany Wainwright, congratulations. I think you might have left. You said you're at work, but congratulations, you goddamn beesh. Congratulations. Everyone say congratulations, Brittany. I think everyone agrees. This was an amazing post. It was an amazing post. It blew my nips off, but even more so than that, it's not stroking the Swole fam's ego. This is just literally very well said. Very well said. So go back in time, rewatch that part if you missed it, if you're just tuning in now, and check out that post. It was fucking awesome. So Brittany Wainwright, everyone, make sure that, I think Brittany might listen to this later. So please, I hope you see this because this is your card, bish. That's your card. Send us an email to support@swolenormous.com and Swole card 1841 in the subject and your mailing address in the body of the email will get you the Swole card ASA to the fucking P. Congratulations. That's a beautiful card. That's a beautiful fucking card. You know what time it is, fam. It's time for some fucking closing nuts. We got a bunch of stuff as you are all excited singing your songs. Remember to subscribe to the Mancast. Join the Swole fam over at swolenormousx.com. Yesterday's meeting, the masterclass, is available now. Accountability meeting on Monday, May 24th. Fucking hell yeah, this fucking Monday. And Balls Deep for Summer, Memorial Day, Monday, May 31st, 12 p.m. Eastern Time. Don't miss out on that. Very exciting shit. Isn't that right, Falcon? Ah, yes. 'Tis correct, my little Falcon. Fucking nailing it. Thank you, Michelle. It was a great episode. What a great one. We always go deeper on a Friday. It is Steph after all.
I don't know how to put this, but kind of a big deal.
Well, thank you so much, fam, for joining me for episode 1841 of the Most Muscular Swolecast, Beardcast, Broadcast, Gamecast, Mancast, Pimpcast, Seizecast, and Slaycast. In the realm, because when I flex, you flex, we all flex our biceps. Oh my god. All right, fam.
I like to caress rusty spoons.
USA, greatest country in the world.
Nailed it. Fuck yeah.
He's on fire!
Oh, baby.
And by the way, you know, I sit on the stand, and it get hot. I got hairy legs.
He's got hairy legs.
That turn blonde in the sun. And the kids used to come up and reach into the pool and rub my leg down, so it was straight, and then watch the hair come back up again.
All right, Joe. Jesus Christ. Ooh, from the side, baby.
Boom shakalaka!
Make sure the television, make sure you have the record player on at night. We hold these truths to be self-evident. All men and women created by you know the thing.
Very nice, fam. We'll see you tomorrow. Thank you for being here. Congratulations to Brittany. Oh my God, what an amazing episode. Remember, subscribe to the Mancast right here on YouTube, the Daily Swole channel, Apple Podcasts, Spotify. Go leave a review on Apple Podcasts. How many of you, if you have not yet left a review on Apple Podcasts, please take a moment, go do so. It helps a lot, and I want to feature you in the pre-roll, so make sure you go and leave a review right now, and we'll see you all tomorrow for 1842. Join the Swole fam and catch yesterday's masterclass. Be there for Monday's accountability meeting. Be there for the Balls Deep for Summer special event next Monday. SwoleNormousX.com. Peace McGeese, Deuce McGoose, your boy, Papa Swole. Oh.
Crazy flow, need a straight jacket. Cash flow, I'm a bank addict. 6 subs, had the bass smacking.
All right, time to get some food, Falcon. Are you excited? You want a cookie? You want a cookie? Yes, you did
This is private sector, so you can't have it.
That has got some
Thinking all
cookies
that
for you.
boom bapping. Who you think you is, boy? 90s want they sound back, so I give rap all these fake rappers as I take matters in my own hands. I don't need rapping, I don't need Zans. I don't need help, I'm a grown man. Now they king left and they so mad, it's like
yeah, I found that young king with my crown at 10 racks in the fanny pack, couple hundred in the Louis bag.
That's a bed that you made. That's a bed that you made. That's a bed that you laid. What kind of game is you playing? We go hard in the paint, yeah. What the fuck is you saying? I only go where they pay. What kind of game is you playing? Yeah. Whoa, my shit is relevant. On topic, my melanin is popping. I'm taking skeletons out closets and making new deposits.